Yeah, we're live now.
All right.
So, the topic, and first of all, you have to introduce yourself to the
All right.
audience.
What's up, everyone? This is CMD Boxing Reports, Ronell Hig reporting here. I'm back at it for the boxing fanatics with my man's boxing block century.
Here, this is Boston Setter, and here with CMD Boston Reports, and we're about to talk about Deontay Wilder. And Deontay Wilder says he's willing to accept 40% pause for Anthony Joshua fight. What are your thoughts about that, bro?
I think that's great. I mean, he's admitting that you know he don't really care about the money. Okay, he just wanted to give the fans what they want. All right, it's like he admitted that he has enough money already, to take care of his family and everything. So why let the fans wait, on them because they can't get the money right. So hey, he's willing to accept, like he said, 40%. Although Eddie Hearns and them, they might try to lower it. They might try to give him the same thing they're giving Joseph Parker. But knowing Deontay Wilder, he's doing this for the fans. He'll end up taking that. So, hey, I think the man is a true sportsman. He's showing his truth and his truthness and his love for the sport of boxing and for the fans. And I likes that about
Yeah. For those of you guys in the chat room, if you would like to join, feel free to join. And this is because everybody's welcome. We all boxing fans. I'm a boxing fan, and I'm not perfect. And to you guys, any of you guys right there want to join, you can join, and I will have to post the link on live on the chat room so you guys can join.
him.
So,
I'm a
uh,
All right, go ahead.
you said he is doing it for the fans, right? Because we know we both know we have some debate, you know, intellectual debate. Because a lot of those guys, you want to talk to them. I'm mostly present in all those channels, and I normally talk to them and I talk to go to their channels and comment, and just try to talk about all this, talk sensible, but I don't really get an actual, reasonable comment. Always negative, always insults. I don't really like that.
Yes,
So I is that I think you might have seen me in some of the NBC channels. You might have seen me comment there all the time.
right.
Boxing is just about banter. It doesn't have any, it's not serious. Like, I don't take it personal, like some people take it. You understand?
Oh
So
yeah,
it's just about rivalry.
yeah.
So you said your water deserves the 40%, or are you
Yes.
saying that he's doing it for the fans, or I don't understand what you say?
I mean, the 40% sounds great if that's what it takes to get this fight going.
Oh, can
You
you
know,
talk closer to the microphone, please? I'm not hearing
all
you.
right. The 40% sounds great. And just to get this fight going. Yes. You know.
Okay, and me,
So,
I'm thinking if they a lot of people think that I'm John Water hater. I'm not John Water hater. You understand? Uh, I criticize the guy just for criticism's sake. A lot of people criticize me. They say, "Oh, Baltimore said sucks," but I don't care. It's just criticism. If I criticize a guy, it means I want him to do something, improve on something better, like his technique, skills. You saw it when he fought Ortiz. We both
yeah,
were the and everything. You know that he has to improve on that,
yeah,
especially when he steps up, right? So
yeah,
if the fight were to happen right now, I would say 40% is a beat, is realistic. But if he gets to beat Joseph Parker, and if Anthony Joshua gets to beat Joseph Parker, it's going to be hard for you to say, oh, it deserves 40%. I don't know, but I just think so.
No, I mean, it's, I got a lot of hate on the last video I did.
Guys,
I got,
1 minute, please. You people,
some dis.
guys in the chat, please don't like the video. And I don't know, just click dislike. Someone click. I don't know what is there to dislike about it. It's just talking. I don't know. Just
Right.
click it. Oh man. So you can
No,
talk now.
I had got a lot of dislikes on my Anthony Joshua versus Parker video. I never knew there was a lot of Joseph Parker fans out there, and I got one comment saying that Parker is going to derail Anthony Joshua and all. But
Hey,
yeah, I see.
what's up? It's one of my
I
all
I,
time.
I, I feel what you're saying. These guys take it personal.
Yeah, the boxing rivalry right now is going crazy. If
Yeah,
you, as in a lot of people cannot, as in they sound so emotional. It doesn't have to be like that. It
it,
just
it,
boxing is about rivalry. I don't know why some people take it so personal. I don't know. I don't know why.
I
You
don't know either. I mean, I would like to, with someone to explain, your feelings about this fighter. Okay, that you're defending. I mean, there was a lot of people going after Floyd Mayweather, before he had fought Pacquiao, and I didn't take it personal. Yes, I'm a Mayweather fan, but I didn't take it personal and come out and call people names and talk about their parents or this, that, and the third. I mean, it was getting crazy. Nor did I use racial slurs like they were using. You know, I
I
really
don't
really
know.
don't know.
So now let's talk about the pause, split. I think that Team Water demanding uh, 40%
It's
pause
better than a 50-50.
yeah, is better than 50-50, but it's still not realistic considering that Anthony Joshua we might have three, but I don't know. We don't know if Joshua is going to beat Parker yet. We know what happens if he loses that fight. So we're going to have to see first if he gets to beat Parker. I don't know because Parker, a lot of people are just counting that guy out. The guy is a great boxer.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
Well, did you
a lot
see
of
his
people
fight with Andy Ruiz? The fight he had with Andy Ruiz. That's how he got that title. You know, he was struggling in that fight. I mean, I agree he is a great boxer, but put it like this: if he doesn't knock Anthony Joshua out, and the fight goes the distance, and let's say the majority of the public thinks he wins, and they rob him for the win and give the fight to Anthony Joshua. Because you know why? Everyone wants to see Wilder versus Joshua, and they want to see it while these two are both undefeated, right? So, would you think the 40-60 and with the 40% for Deontay Wilder should be a bit more if Anthony Joshua wins this fight on a robbery?
that's a good point. That's a good point. The Takam fight, the Carlos Takam fight, the referee, there was some controversy that the referee stopped the fight too early. But Takam was losing badly on the scorecards, and Takam was actually about to get, knocked out anyway, or stopped because Adesha was already applying the pressure, on Takam. It's going to be very tricky. And according to Bob Harum, he said that there's you know, there are three judges, one from New Zealand, one from England, and one another judge who is a European or so. So let's say the referee is neutral, So I don't I don't think there will be some kind of controversy in this fight. I think Joseph Parker has got to really show us what he's got. If for example there is some controversy that maybe people think he won, and Joshua was given the a home advantage. Uh, the Deontay Wilder fight, we have to wait because there's a rematch clause. He might want to fight him again just to prove that, hey, I can beat this guy also. Oh,
Right.
I just don't know how it's gonna play out because I'm not cutting Parker out. A lot of people that I know if you go on Twitter right now, you see a lot of people counting Joseph Parker out, saying Joseph Parker is done. What's Joseph Parker? What has he done? Let's just go to his record. Joseph Parker has got a very decent record. For a guy 24 years old, is for Takam. Carlos Takam is one of the underrated boxer. Very underrated guy. Although he got knocked out by Povetkin, got stopped. But Povetkin at that time was seen as the boogeyman, and Povetkin, we didn't know that Povetkin used something, I don't want to say,
Yeah.
yeah,
I got you.
we didn't know that he was using something like that until he got caught, right? So
Right.
imagine if Povetkin wasn't using that stuff, what would have happened in the fight? You understand?
Right.
So Joseph Parker has fought quite some decent guys. He's fought Yu Fury. Yu Fury. A lot of people say Yu Fury um, is not a great boxer, but Yu Fury, in my opinion, is one of the most defensive boxer in the heavyweight division. He's very skilled defensively, just like his cousin Tyson Fury. Very skilled,
Right.
you know.
Well,
So Mr. Parker has got some decent name on his record. He has not been fighting bombs, you know.
no, no,
He's
but
not fighting bombs.
hey, what you said, how people were overlooking him. I mean, I had to catch myself in my own video. I said because I had overlooked Klitschko. You know what I mean? Because he was he took almost 2 years off after losing to Tyson Fury, and plus, he's over 40. So I thought it'll be a walk in the park for Anthony Joshua. But man, when he got inside that ring, you know, Klitschko looked like he didn't even take time off. I mean, he didn't have ring rust or anything. So, really, I do give Joseph Parker a chance to give Anthony Joshua a good fight. I really do. So, I mean, I like you said, I can't look at his record say he hasn't fought anyone, but I'm just saying he hasn't fought any punchers. Like Anthony Joshua. I mean, he got that one guy, Solomon something, but that Solomon dude, he mostly knocked out journeymen. He hasn't like all them guys on his record are not, round, well rounded boxers like Joseph Parker. And plus that dude, he been knocked out 4 times anyway. That Solomon guy. And so,
Yeah,
but
bro.
the thing,
I can understand what you mean. Oh, a lot of people are watching. You guys should please click the like button and of course subscribe to the channel. And if you want to give your opinion, you can let me know on the live chat. I can post the link and you guys can join me talk about boxing because everybody's got a voice. We all are boxing fans and we got an opinion. I might not agree with your opinion, you might not agree with mine, but at the end of the day, we boxing fans. So
yeah, and your opinion is your opinion, our opinion is ours.
yeah, a
Nothing
lot
personal.
of people take opinions so personal. When you say something they don't like, they kind of seem to hate it or they just start insulting you. Normally, it doesn't have to be the way. Just I mean, we boxing fans, and there has to be some mutual respect in it.
Right. I'm,
Like
I'm trying to.
I've seen some of your videos uploads that you did. I didn't agree with everything you say, but it's your opinion, right?
Right.
And we're talking. So
Right.
so I think if the fight were to happen right now, Deontay Water actually deserves 40%. But if it doesn't have to. You say that Deontay Water um, is doing everything to give the fans what they want to see, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. He's doing everything to give the fans what they want to see, but you have to know there's If Deontay Wilder beats Anthony Joshua, that means Deontay Wilder in America right now needs a, a signature fight. Yes, he beat Luis Ortiz,
Yeah.
but Luis Ortiz doesn't guarantee him a pay-per-view to become a pay star. He needs someone who a lot of people see as the head of the division, which is Anthony Joshua, because Deontay Wilder always say that he's the baddest man on the planet, but he just say that by himself. You understand? So the best heavyweight right now, according to Boss Rank and other, um, you know, boxing organizations, is Anthony Joshua. So he's got to beat Anthony Joshua to become a pay-per-view star in America. This is the plan.
Hmm.
And right now, his marketability is not really groove in America right now.
No
You
one's
know,
is like when it comes to pay-per-view, for the exception of the Canelo Alvarez versus
yeah.
what's his name, Gennady Golovkin, but that's because a lot of people wanted to see Gennady Golovkin lose, and there was another amount that wanted to see Canelo. They wanted to see him lose. But anyways, with Deontay Wilder, another thing why I think he would accept the 40%, or if they try to drop it lower, why he'll accept it, is because he knows that time is kind of running out. I mean, Deontay Wilder is what, 32 years old. And if they wait another,
I think it's
let's
the
say
three
three,
now. 3 years old now.
yeah, he's 32. How old is he? 33, you said?
Not right now, I guess. It's the
Oh,
3 years
yeah,
old now.
see? All right, yeah, see? He's getting
For
up
him,
there in age.
time is running out, right? For him, I think
Right.
so. This is the
Now,
reason why he wants this fight to cement his legacy. You know, I
now
understand.
I heard that he said if he beats Anthony Joshua and he regains them, he get them belts. He said he's going to vacate them all, because he accomplished his goal.
His goal is to become undisputed. That's his
Right.
goal.
And, and give the fans what they want. But let's say if they wait like another just 3 years, but I don't think that's going to happen. Joshua, he'll be what, 31, and Wilder will be 36, and the fight might not have the same magnitude, then as if it would if it's had happened now. So
Yeah, I
most
understand. I
likely,
understand.
most likely he's pushing this fight, and he's going to take the 40%, or he'll take the 33%, whatever they offer him, just to get in the ring, while he's still fresh.
I think the realistic split should be 70-30.
Wow,
That's what I think. Because if Anthony Joshua beats Joseph Parker, if because
fairly and
we don't
cleanly.
we don't know yet, if he beat Joseph Parker convincingly,
Hmm.
then he's got three bets, or like let's say four. The IBO really doesn't count. He doesn't really need that to become undisputed. But then we have the WBO, IBF, and WBA. Understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
So
got you.
then you're looking at his, his command and power would fly over the roof. You understand? Would go over the roof already
Yeah,
because
true.
he is now he's a superstar in the UK. And I'm telling you right now, Anthony Joshua, we sell out a stadium in Nigeria.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now that Joshua, as it is now, can go to Nigeria and sell out a stadium. This is what I'm
Wow.
saying because
Yeah.
yeah, I'm telling you right now because I'm telling you that a stadium has been named after Anthony Joshua in Nigeria
Really?
in the mother in his mother state. The state his mother come from in Nigeria.
Wow. Eh, wow.
So a stadium have been named after him in his mother's state.
What's the name of
Nigeria,
that state? Because
Ogun State.
Hogan State. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Well, see, listen. I know that Anthony Joshua is the A side. You know what I mean? And check this out. Let's say if it do, all right, comes down to a 30-70 split. Like so I said before, I guarantee you Joshua would, I mean Wilder, he'll probably take it. He'll
Here it
take
is.
it.
But you know the comment from Water before was to become undisputed or nothing, right?
Right.
And after that, he changed a stone, I guess, and said 50-50 or no fight. And he then gave a lot of people uh, the impression that he only wants the money and not the fight.
Right. But now,
You know, like,
after the Luis Ortiz
probably
fight,
he's going to hand a lot of millions. Probably he's going to hand. Joseph Parker is handing up to 10 million or so. You understand what I'm saying?
yeah.
You know, and Deontay Wilder has never handed up to 3 million in his fights. In any of his fights, has never had such amount of money. And to Joshua was earning those kind of monies when he fought uh, the likes of Dillian White. That was on his 15th fight. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the a lot of people. I heard that the fight might happen in Las Vegas. What do you think about that?
Damn. Well, I don't know. Last time you and I spoke, all right, first of all, like you said, Deontay Wilder is not really marketable here in the States. I mean, like he's not very known well. And Anthony Joshua, he's not known well. Like he's not a household name. However, they're both are only known by the hardcore boxing fans, over here in the United States. Now, for the tickets, will they sell? The only way them tickets will sell if the UK fans were to come over here, fly over here like they did with Ricky Hatton, and watch their man, Anthony Joshua get it on. I seriously doubt if a lot of Americans, will be up in there. Only the hardcore fans, and that means the fight will be on pay-per-view as well. So I don't know how that'll do.
Where according to uh, recent news, I don't know news anyway, it's facts. Showtime released a number that Deontay Wilder did on free TV. Did up to 1 point something million, right?
Right.
So I guess maybe if he and Joshua fight in America, they could do up to 500,000. What do you think? Think it's possible or not?
Yeah, that's a pretty good number, but we all knows that Eddie Hearn, he wants more than that. All right. And plus, I read an article. Well, I didn't read it. I just, went past the
At the
headline.
end, something else. At the end
Huh?
knows. At the end knows that in the UK, Joshua will do numbers. That's for sure. There's no argument about it. There's no doubt. But in America right now, and he's never fought there. Like that's why I would have loved to see Jeremy Miller fight. But I think I deserve. I think we as Boston fans deserve to see this fight next because this fight has created a lot of enemies between boxing channels.
Yeah.
Boxing channels throwing chase at each other. Some say, "Oh, AJ Predators." Some saying, "Due to water, windmill, boys." All this kind of stuff. It's just going crazy. It's like the Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao, scenario.
Yeah. Yep.
Man,
And man, if you're from America and you give Joshua the props, you're a sellout. But
they call you a coon.
yeah, yep, yep.
I remember a guy in the head. I don't know, a guy is not part of the LWC, but he's a guy who always comment on your videos. Some LWC channel video. I follow Black Fight Fan TV. As a nice guy. I don't
Yeah,
agree with
yeah,
what he says, but I comment almost all the time. And whenever he posts a video but criticizing to Joshua, it's just banter. For me, it's just banter. It's not really
well,
serious.
yeah, yeah. Black Fight Fan, I likes him. I'm sub to his channel, and everything's in DCB boxing. Really, it's the reason I'm on YouTube. It's because of DCB. But most of the time, when Black Fight Fan be going at Anthony Joshua, he be going at the fans that be coming at him. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, you and I, we talked earlier how they take it personal. So he'll be paraphrasing on a like in the Anthony Joshua video, but he's actually going after, you know, those like the UK fans who's coming on him. Because like I never had anyone come on my page and say any like homosexual things, you know, like any gay insult things, but I have seen it on other boxing channels and they end up like deleting um you know, the comments. Like one guy was saying that this when what was he saying? He was saying a subscriber was saying that I wouldn't mind if Anthony Joshua was a have sex with my wife, this, that, and the third, and how much I wished I looked like Anthony Joshua, you know. Yeah.
It's crazy, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah, there's actually people who are really caught up on this. I mean, they really hung up on him, you know, but I like him as a boxer. You know, I like Anthony Joshua the boxer. You know, the same thing with Deontay Wilder and the others. You know, what I mean that's the boxer I like. But some people take it beyond that. You know, they actually like the man.
You're
You know,
right.
it's like they personally know him.
You know, Deontay Water. I don't. You know, I give Deontay Water over sticks. I mean, you see some of videos,
Yeah,
so it makes me look like a hitter, but I'm not. It's just
no,
criticizing the guy because I want to
right,
see him step up. I want to see him
right.
improve his skills because if you look at the likes of Muhammad Ali, Riddick Bowe, Lennox Lewis, Roy Jones Jr., Frank Bruno, the Klitschkos, a lot of them, a lot of those greats everywhere, you know. Now you look at how they fight, you look at their skills, you look at their mobility, you look at how they throw punches, you look at their hooks, you look how they attack and how they defend, like the likes of Floyd Mayweather. But you look at Deontay Water, he doesn't really hasn't is just different from all of them, from all
Yeah,
box. The way he fights is different. The way he throw punches is different. When he wants to finish you off, it's just different. I like his finish up anyway because he goes really wide, but he leaves himself open anyway. So his
mhm,
style of fighting, as a boxing analyst and as a boxing fan, I don't really understand it because I've never seen my idols, those great legends that I just mentioned, like the likes of Mike Tyson, the way they fought with so different. You know, you see them, you say these are boxers. I think Deontay Wilder, if he doesn't tell you he's a boxer, you wouldn't believe it. I think he's a basketball player.
yeah.
It's,
I don't know.
it's the truth. He doesn't look like a boxer. He looked very different. Like when you see the likes of Muhammad Ali, you see, yeah, it's a boxer. You see the likes of Mike Tyson, you saw this boxer, like Floyd Mayweather, all those Sugar Ray Leonard, all those greats. You see the underwater. I don't know if because it's so tall, rangy, and I don't know. Maybe it's just maybe just his physique. That's the
Yeah,
reason.
he looks like a crossover from basketball to
Yeah,
boxing.
yeah. And when I read this, read about the guy, and about his past that he wanted to play football. I thought, you guys call it soccer, but it's not soccer. Yeah, what you guys call football is rugby. Yeah, I mean, this is how everybody say. Everybody around the world, apart from you guys. So I don't know. So I heard that he wanted to be a football American foot wanted to play American football. So I was like, with what energy? You understand? I mean, the
Mhm.
guy looks from to me. The first time I saw the underwater, I thought he was a basketball player.
Yeah,
You know,
I,
and
I'll admit.
some people see AJ and they think he's a weightlifter or just
Yeah,
or Mr. Olympia people. Some people see that.
I'm gonna admit. I like. Let me see. When was it? 2012, I believe. 2014, somewhere around there. Like it's the first time I seen Deontay Wilder. It was on a what was it? A Facebook on one of my boxing Facebook channels, and they had some highlights of him. And my goodness, I must admit, I mean, the dude looked this sloppy, but he was knocking dudes out, right? So I was like, yeah, man, he looks good and all with, knocking them dudes out, but let's see if he could do that against the Klitschko's. And like you said, there was a lot of criticism. And at that time, that was coming from just straight Americans. Deontay Wilder, he wasn't known over in the UK yet. Okay, this is like when he first started. Now I think he was like, I don't know, what was it, 9-0, 10-0, somewhere like that. It was just a little clip somebody had shared, but I can tell you he looks way better now than what he did then. Back in them days. But to me, I don't think Deontay Wilder is going to change up his style. To me, I guess he's comfortable from what he's doing. Like I remember Lennox Lewis showing him how to jab, and we talked about that. And Deontay Wilder hasn't mastered it. Because to me, I guess the way he fights is the only way he knows how to win, and is comfortable for him, I guess.
You
What do
guys
you
should
think
click
about?
the like button. Click the like and subscribe button, guys. As you watch along, click it.
Yeah,
So
people
yeah,
here.
you
Boxing
said,
Block Century is a pretty cool guy, man. Hit that like button and subscribe.
you
For
know,
real.
I'm a cool guy. I don't know. Some people when you tell them to click the like button, the next thing they do is say click the dislike button.
You don't have to click the dislike. Even if you do click the dislike, still subscribe.
Oh, man. You guys go subscribe to CMD Boxing Reports. It's a very great boxing analyst and also a boxing fan as well.
Yeah,
Go
thanks,
check him
man.
out. CMD Boxing Reports.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
try to turn my computer on so I could see the comments.
Okay. You can see yeah, we have
No,
to go to the comment section right now.
no, I'm
Let's
gonna turn
start
my
with the guys.
computer on real quick. Hold on.
Uh, Ray Donovan says Parker lacks power or the advantages
All
with
right.
age, but Parker will shock the world with how ready they will be. Mm, yeah, Ray Donovan. I don't count Parker out like a lot of people do. I've been seeing some comments on the internet counting Parker House. Say Parker has no power. Who is Parker Foot? I've not
Yeah,
seen the best of Parker.
that's what I was saying, but
I
hey,
think
we can't go
Parker
by that.
to prove. I'm not saying that he might win the fight. If you tell me who am I gonna bet my money on, this AJ, but I'm not counting Parker out. And
Right?
I think
Oh,
in this fight is going to get ready for this fight and give his best. And if he gives his best, listen, Klitschko lost, right, against Anthony Joshua.
yep.
Klitschko lost, yeah, but Klitschko gained respite in that loss because of how he fought. So if Parker comes and let it out, like let's
Klitschko.
kill and get killed. That's what I say, kill and or get killed. You understand? So if he
Right.
comes out and fight, up he will gain respect, even if he lose.
And that's what.
James Doherty says, I think you will see the best of AJ in this fight, and it's missed.
Hold on, let me turn this bad boy on.
He's been losing a lot of weight. What do you think about that, CMD Boss reports about the weight loss that AJ is?
Computer.
Are you there? Okay, we'll be back soon. We could say the same about Parker, Fury, and Wilder. Yeah, it's true. So, would you guys on the comment section? I don't know, chat room. Let me ask you guys a question. Do you think Deontay Wilder deserves a 40% split for the Joshua fight? Do you guys think so? Or do you guys think? But I think if Anthony Joshua beats Parker, it should be 70-30, in favor of AJ. But
All
I
right.
don't know. Everybody's got an opinion.
All right. Now I'm on the live chat. I mean, I got the
Yeah.
computer on, but it's I'm gonna have to turn it down. Yeah, let me turn it down real quick.
Right. Gentlemen said not interested in the splits.
All right. Now I'm on the live.
Yeah, but we can say that, but
Uh, uh,
boxing is a business. That's the reality. Now, boxing is a business.
yes, it is. Yup. All right. So now I'm seeing. What did I miss? Let me see. So my point is we could say the same for all the top heavyweights. And what was that? All right, I came in late on that comment. There's a lot of comments popping up.
Yeah.
But hey, there was a fighter that was just like Deontay Wilder. That was back in the day, and in fact, he fought in Africa against Muhammad Ali, and that was George Foreman. I mean, George Foreman, all he had was that one punch knockout power. I mean, he was sloppy, and like just something like Deontay Wilder. But I give Deontay Wilder just a notch over George Foreman. And back then, man, he had the highest knockout ratio. George Foreman that was. But damn, that's what this fight could be. It could be a replay of George Foreman and Muhammad Ali with Deontay Wilder and AJ.
But Judge Former wasn't sloppy, right? The Former was technically endowed.
No, he was not. He wasn't a technical fighter. I
No,
mean,
but he
George.
was technically endowed more than the water. I mean, the way he fought is different from the water.
Yeah,
You can see Judge Foreman. You say this guy's a box. I'm telling you that during the water, a lot of people, the way he fights like someone. Uh, I mean, he doesn't fight like a boxer. His fight is very different. I cannot, I don't know. I cannot compare to anybody. I cannot say the two waters. I cannot. There's nobody I can compare to two waters. It's just the water. It does a style, and that's how he fights. You know.
all right, so Ray, he says that Ray Donovan said that Foreman wasn't sloppy. He said he was robotic. Well, I don't know. Have you seen his fight with Evander Holyfield? And somebody said, why are you blocking comments? I don't see nobody's comments being blocked.
I don't block comments. It's just that when someone make an abusive comment, I have to review it sometimes. It's just like that. It's automatic.
Right. Hey, Ray Donovan, yeah, you right. I mean, like I said, they kind of similar. Like he's a modern day George Foreman. George Foreman's feet, no, they did not get out of whack like Deontay Wilder's. But you got to admit, George Foreman was not like Muhammad Ali or the other heavyweights back then. What's the other guy's name? He right from Philly. My goodness. And hey, he was the first man. I think he was the first one to beat him.
So
God
you guys
darn
to
it.
click the like button, click the like button, and subscribe button, please.
He wasn't super old when he fought Holyfield. He was like 42, 43, somewhere like that. I mean, for boxing, that is super old. So yeah, you're right. No, it's not. He didn't fight Spinks. And Joe Frazier. All right. Yeah, he wasn't like Joe Frazier and the rest of them in that time. And so let me
So
see.
let's look at other news. Let me see. The boxing news here. So boxing news. So
AJ4.
okay, what do you think about
No,
Luis Ortiz? What's next for Luis Ortiz?
oh,
I didn't upload. According to rumors, they say Luis Ortiz is 59 years old. A guy that
well,
went to Cuba. I don't know. I don't know. A guy that went to Cuba that he met with Luis Ortiz's cousin, and that's what they say. But Luis Ortiz actually look like my father anyway, and my father
yeah.
is about 60 something plus years. But he looks just like my father. I don't know. I don't know, but anyway, if he is, I don't know how old he is, but it's not really, he's not 38. But what do you think
No.
was the what next for the Luis Ortiz? What's next for Luis Ortiz?
Well, first of all, I like to say, hope Ray Donovan heard that. He said Luis Ortiz was 59 years old, older than George Foreman when he fought um, Evander Holyfield. But anyways, he Luis Ortiz wants a rematch with Deontay Wilder, right?
Yeah,
Because he feels as though that they cheated. You remembers when they had stopped the fight to take Deontay Wilder back to the corner
you're,
to
and
look at something in his eye.
also, um, Bob Harum talked about that. That why would they do that? What was the reason that they stopped the fight? So you can continue, bro. Continue. I'm listening.
Yeah, so I mean, there's a lot of speculations that Ortiz and his team is spitting out now. They said that when Deontay Wilder, when they stopped the fight and they walked Deontay Wilder back to the corner to look at the doctor, so the doctor check him out, they said he was still wobbly. Because remember, I thought they stopped the fight. What was that, the sixth round?
Yeah.
When he had Wilder up on the ropes, and I was like, oh man, they stopped the fight. I was so excited. I didn't hear the bell ring and everything. But so really, he believes the referee robbed him of a victory. Just because of that. Deontay Wilder wasn't punching back, so he believes the ref should have stopped it, and he didn't like the fact what they did when they stopped the fight in the seventh round, beginning to take him back to get checked out while he was still wobbly. He said, Ortiz and his team believes that they could have got rid of Deontay Wilder then and there. So right now he's asking for a rematch.
Do you think it will get him? I think John Dwyer is focused on Anthony Joshua right now. Yeah, as much as I would
Yeah,
like to see the rematch, but I don't think he will get a rematch. But that fight, the scorecards, what was wrong with the scorecards? Can you talk about that, please? Because it's very funny. Also,
oh well, shoot. Now that like you said, I had Ortiz ahead on the scorecards and whatnot. Because he was the more aggressor. He was like really controlling the fight. I mean, there was some swing rounds and everything. Like Deontay Wilder, he was coming back and whatnot. But like you said, you did give him 2 rounds because of the knockdown.
yeah.
You know, so I don't know. It was just suspicious. And hey, you know what? I'm gonna get a lot of hate because a lot of my American YouTubers is saying that they had Deontay Wilder up, and they agree with the judges. But hey, I have to you know call a spade when I see one. I have to go by how I seen it. You know,
And you guys on the live chat, go subscribe to CM the
Mm,
Boss. This guy is one of the, I don't know how to say it. He's a phenomenal boxing analyst. He's very unbiased, and he's not a fanboy of any fighter, just like me. But a lot of people say, "Oh, Boss said that you're AJ fanboy." Listen,
mm,
I support Anthony Joshua because of his Nigerian heritage. You understand what I'm saying? So just like the way I would support my family members born all over the world, in the States, in Poland, in Germany, in Netherlands, in Australia, in New Zealand, everywhere around the world. I also support them, even if they are born in countries, they have the passport of the countries, they grew up in those countries. As long as they have the what they call Ninja blood, I support them. It doesn't matter.
right. That's
This
what's
is
up.
how I am. This is how a lot of people are Nigerians. We know this is how we are.
Right.
So, but I'm not a fanboy of Anthony Joshua. It doesn't mean I'm a fanboy of the guy, you know. And I'm also not a fanboy of any fighter. I'm just boxing blog center. I say what I see. A lot of people thinks I hate water because of the you know the amount of I don't know. I don't want to I don't want to go in. Let me just forget about that. I don't hate Deontay Wilder. I don't know. Sometimes you want to say something, but if you say it, people would take it different. They would say, "Oh, this guy just hater. He's a
Yeah.
hater."
Yeah.
This is why I
Yeah.
don't like to say anything. I would like to keep my mouth shut and just say a few things, and then it's okay. Because if I say something right now, I'll get a lot of stakes, especially on Twitter. A lot of people write me on Twitter, "Oh, you hated the one so much. Why you hate him so much?" I don't hate the guy. I don't hate him. I don't like something he say regarding the Eddie Hearn being a white man making a black brother or something like that. I feel like it doesn't. Muhammad Ali did sort of the sort of things, but that was a then, and that time the civil rights movement I think in America was going on, so it's kind of different to today. You know, I'm not saying that some things are not going on right now. It is going, but this is boxing. I mean, we have to keep rays out of it. This is what I'm saying. This is the only thing I don't like about the water. What he some things he says that is very controversial and not really not only controversial, but I don't think it's nice to bring rays into boxing. I don't think just leave race stuff and box. I know. I think in America is different from where I come
Yeah,
from or where you know stand. So I think in America, because of the current or going uproar between different races or so, I think there's some I don't know. There's something going on there. I don't want to go too much inside this political stuff because this channel is Bossy Blog Center. It's not politics blog center.
right, right. Well, since you brought, I just want to put something on there. Like uh, the only reason why like it's different here in America is because like back in the 70s and in 60s or so, mostly in the 70s, there was a lot of stereotype. Like if like Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier, George Foreman, all them great boxers, people seeing them, and what happened? Oh well, blacks are the best in the sport of boxing. And then went with basketball too. Oh, blacks, they all good at basketball. Then they're all good at this, at that. So that right there is how it really became like a race thing here in this country. Because if it was a white fighter that knocked out a black fighter, oh man, them guys ain't nothing. You get the racists come up there. Oh man, them guys ain't nothing. Yeah, they can't fight this, that, and the third. That's what it all started from. But like I said, to me, people are people. Doesn't matter the color and everything. But that's how most of that ignorance had got started here in the United States.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the Muhammad Ali, scenario can be understood if you're someone who wants to learn, because I think he stood for the right stuff at that time. You understand? Because a lot of things going on. But today, I don't know why Gentle Water is bringing this stuff up. I mean, calling Eddie Hearn white man making a brother, uh, that word sound racist to me. You know, if I talked about it last time,
Right.
not in the video, but I talked about it to someone. I mean, on the comment section or so, then they call me, "Oh, you're a coon." What is a coon? I said, "What does a coon mean?" Where I come from, we don't know what was a coon. I went to do my own research and I saw a coon means this. Okay. I want to go to details. So I said, what is this guy saying? Is that crazy or what? Or should they call it a coon? And
Yeah,
then I understood it better because before I didn't understand what it could mean.
yeah,
Because that
right.
guy called me, then I had to go and check it out. You know what it
Well,
means.
I know. To be honest with you, like I never heard of that word until I got on YouTube. You know what I mean? So I had to look it up myself. Someone had tried to explain it, but I'm like, oh, here we are. And yes, I was called one. But Deontay Wilder, see, he sees Anthony Joshua as a man who's proud of his blackness. Okay, he has the continent of Africa, on his body and all. What is it, on his shoulder? It seems that he shows that he's proud of his blackness. So I guess he tried to play a little guilt game with Anthony Joshua, because Deontay Wilder, this is like a lot of Americans, believes that it's Eddie Hearn that's keeping this fight from happening. So by him saying that about Joshua and Eddie Hearn, he's hoping he could say, "Oh yeah, You think that about me? Now bunk this. Hey, Eddie, let's make this fight tomorrow. That's what they're hoping that'll happen. It's just a little guilt trip. He's trying to play on Anthony Joshua's conscience. That's all.
Yeah, that's true. Boxer, UK boxer called him racist. I think Billy Joe Saunders. He doesn't really. I mean, I don't like. Um, I mean, I just wish uh, politics can be just go away from boxing. But
Yeah,
in boxing, we've got politics also. So what can I
I
say?
agree. I agree
The
with
fight
you
not
and Ray
happening.
Donovan.
The fight not happening is, I think, is just part of the game because boxing, I think, is a business. But a lot of people don't know this because listen carefully. You and I, nobody likes to be punched in the face for a living.
Nah,
Am I lying or what?
no, you're not lying. Nope.
So nobody likes to be punched in the face for a living. I cannot just say, "Oh, I like it. Oh, I want to be a boxer," and boxing is hit and not get hit. You understand?
Yep.
But if we apply those rules, like all boxers play, or box like that, or just let's say we box, then a lot of people, we as boxing fans, we appreciate it. But a lot of people, because there's technique in it, it's not sweet science. But a lot of people will say, a lot of, especially the cadres, they will say, "I'm not enjoying this stuff. This is about just playing in the ring. Well, I want to see someone get knocked the fuck out."
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't know. That's why that's why that's why when you see a knockout artist, then a lot of cadres like to back those knockout artists. When Mike Tyson came out, look at Mike Tyson was, knockout artist, very strong. Buddha's a lot of people. Like I was, I was impressed with Mike Tyson before he went to jail and got back, and I think he became different. I don't know what was happening. I think Don King. What's the talk about Don King?
Yo, you said the same thing. A lot of people, thought he was behind that and everything. Who? Let me see. Yeah, Ray Donovan. I'm the same way. I take my boxers. I mean, hey, I like watching box no matter what color they are. Like I said, Carl Froch, he's one of my favorite. Who else? Fernando Vargas. I liked him when he first stepped on the scene. Floyd Mayweather and Ricky Hatton. Mm. Hey, boxing blocks. What your internet went out again? Because I,
No, no,
I
I'm
can't
here.
hear you. Oh, all right. No, I was reading
Yeah.
some of the comments. What Ray
Well,
Donovan has said.
Right. Donovan is quite very intelligent. The way he talks, the way he writes.
Right.
He's it's like he knows his boxing very well. Ray Donovan.
Yeah, yeah. I see. I see. Like when he's talking about George Foreman, I understand. I mean, I could have pinpointed that out too. Yeah, George Foreman didn't have
Yeah.
messed up footwork, but he didn't have the skills that the other guys had. Just like Wilder, but yeah, Wilder he is completely off. He needs to work on that footwork. More than anything. But going back with him and Luis Ortiz, right? All right, Ray Donovan pointed out that Luis Ortiz got off his game. Right, we all knows this. Like when he gets aggravated or so, Luis Ortiz will leave his game plan behind. All right, and that's what happened in that fight, and I guess that's what also caused him to get knocked out as well.
According to Bob Harum, he said Luis Ortiz is gassed out. Or what do you think about that? I don't
He didn't
think.
look gas. He didn't look gas out to me. I
Uh,
mean, he looked great.
I don't know what happened to Luis Ortiz. A lot of people thought Luis Ortiz without the PEDs or so that he
Yeah,
wasn't powerful, but the skills you can see the skills were still present. He was still able to say, "Oh, you're crazy! Oh, you're crazy!" Just in training insults all around. I wish we as boxing fans can come together and just discuss, intellectually, not insulting each other. I don't have
Well, yeah,
you don't have to agree with what I say. It's not everything I say that is true. I mean, I can say things you don't like. Say, oh, it's not correct. Oh, this is how it is. This is how it is. Then it's just opinion. Opinion is just my opinion. What I think about it. So
well, I mean, I don't mean that. Well, I'm gonna have a change of heart. All right, I always have one of these. Okay, I mean, I remember when Daniel Jacobs was going up against Gennady Golovkin. I said Gennady Golovkin going to smash him. Then I had a change of heart. So now I'm having a change of heart after talking to you and Ray Donovan. Okay, y'all both said the same thing. You can't look past um, Joseph Parker, right? But I even said that in my video. I mean, like I said, Joseph Parker, he might come into this fight and actually bring it to Anthony Joshua. And if Anthony Joshua still beats him fairly, most likely by a knockout, you know, okay, hey, we have no other choice but to give him his props. And he'll have another belt. And just like you said, the money with the money, the 70 and 30, if they go for that, which I believe Wilder would, because he wants to get this fight on the road. And if he wins that fight between Joshua and him, most likely, he'll get to demand more money, and maybe they'll bring it over here to the States. But I don't think Eddie Hearn likes that. I mean, Las Vegas, I don't know. I mean,
Las
John.
Vegas, that's what according to rumors, but I think it's going to be at Wembley Stadium in front of 100,000 people.
Well, you mean for their first fight? I
For
mean,
the first fight,
it's going to be a rematch.
yeah, the first fight, yeah.
No, well, Anthony Joshua is the A side, between the two. So yeah, most likely it'll be like you
What
said over there in Wembley.
what Deontay Wilder wants to do is try to beat Anthony Joshua, and then in the rematch try to stall the fight out, like say, I'm getting the major chair. I don't know. This is just I think all like I said. I like Deontay Wilder. I want to see this fight. Also, a lot of people think I don't want to see the fight. I want to see this fight because I
We
think
all do.
Joshua will beat him. But just like everybody, some people or some Deontay Wilder fans think also um, that Deontay Wilder will beat AJ. So, but I think AJ will beat Deontay Wilder. It's just my opinion. And also, as
Right.
a boxing fan, I see the two boxers. I see one is more technical than the other, and both got the same power. One can bully you around the ring, and the other can, because I think Andy Joshua can bully Deontay Wilder. He has the physique and the power to bully Deontay Wilder. Remember when Deontay Wilder threw Luis Ortiz, when Luis Ortiz wanted to, lean on Deontay Wilder, but he couldn't because Deontay Wilder was too powerful for Luis Ortiz.
Yeah.
Yes, so he threw him off. But he cannot throw at Joshua like that. You understand?
Right.
You understand what I'm saying now? The way he threw Luis Ortiz off, he cannot throw at Joshua like that. When Anthony Joshua and Klitschko fought, it was like a wrestle. The wrestle at one time they wrestled each other. They tried each other out. So both of the guys were powerful. So I think it was a phenomenal fight. And Deontay Wilder against Luis Ortiz has been a great fight so far. And I think for the Cadres, it's great. I, as a
But
boxing fan, uh, I like the fight. It was an entertaining fight. I was rooting for Wilder, but I would like to see more something technical, like Deontay Wilder using his jab. Deontay Wilder didn't even at the first 4 rounds he wasn't fighting. Was he fighting?
no, he always starts off slow. Well,
And
most time, except for the Bermain Stavern fight. Well, most of the time he always starts off
and,
slow.
and
And
okay, talk. I'm listening, bro.
oh, I was reading what Ray Donovan had to say. He don't believe that they got the same punching power. He says AJ, AJ, his power comes from accumulating punches, while Wilder has that one punch knockout power. So there's no way they got the same um, power. I kind of agree on that, but the skill set, I got to give it to AJ. And for Deontay Wilder,
I think you have to go and look at when Anthony Joshua fought. Who's guy was that? I think is Zubanov. He knocked him out with the right hand. And when Anthony Joshua fought Charles Martin, he dropped him with the right
yep,
hand. One is no
yeah,
wasn't combinations. It was just one. He caught him as Charles Martin was trying to the jab, and Joshua caught it with the right hand, and then Charles Martin went down. So they should go and look at that and see it, if Deontay Wilder come to this fight, and like I'm telling you, they got the same power, and Joshua got power in his both hands, and him saying that he's going to neutralize that right hand. I don't think he's skilled enough to neutralize the right hand. And they don't have skills, but it's not like Ortiz. Ortiz is very skilled. What Ortiz lacks is just more punchy power. I think
yeah. But
Ortiz is past his prime. Is past his prime. A lot of people
wow,
say, "Oh, maybe Ortiz didn't take his." I don't want to say it
yeah, I know.
because normally a guy said, "I've never seen Ortiz gassed out once." you know, I mean, a guy, but I think was a boxer that during an interview, he said he's never seen Ortiz gassed once in a fight. So why did he cast against the underwater when there's random drug testing? So I
Yeah,
think
well, shoot, yeah, Deontay Wilder also gassed. Remember, I even looked at him. I'm like, man, he looks horrible. You know. And then by the ninth round, he came back. You can see he came back, nice and fresh. Oh yeah, you said no, it's not a good point, right? I don't know. I mean, a lot of people over here in the States was expecting for Martin to lose that fight as well. I mean, he's
no, no,
slow.
no, 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 no. A lot of people in the states. Let's be sincere right now. A lot of people in the states. If you doubt me, I don't know if I can. I wish I can play some interviews right now. You see a lot of people saying that Charles Martin was too much fun to Joshua. That
Oh yeah,
experience for him. It's too experienced going to beat Anthony Joshua. Even some like I think David Hayes said that the southpaw has got punching power. Joshua has never been a watcher before. He has to face it and all those sort of stuff. But Anthony Joshua made easy work of Charles Martin. And after that,
yeah,
Charles Martin became a bum. But before
yeah.
that, I can show you interviews where a lot of people were saying that Charles Martin would beat Anthony Joshua.
I did not think. Well, from my perspective, be honest, I knew that Charles Martin was outgunned against Anthony Joshua and what's the other guy, Dominic Brazil, when he was
Brazil.
going in against the 6'8" boy. He's about 2 inches taller than Joshua. How tall is he? 6'7", 6'6", right? Anthony Joshua.
Yeah, 6'6",
When
yeah.
he took on Dominic Brazil. You don't remember that fight? The
Yeah,
big,
yeah, yeah,
tall,
yeah.
curly head dude.
Dominic Brazil is 6'7", right? Six
He's
seven,
six
just
foot
like
eight.
Deontay Wilder.
He's 6'8". He bit taller than Wilder, just by an inch.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I've been knew that Anthony Joshua was going to murder that dude, but
What do you think
like,
about Dominic Brazil calling out Deontay Wilder?
yeah, Ray
I mean,
Donovan. I know he's a piece of crap. That's why I brought it up. But a lot of people was saying that he has a pretty good chance against AJ, and I'm like, what?
yeah.
And Dominic Brazil is the big baby Huey to me. He said fans are not stupid. Well, that's what some of them were saying. I'm not saying they stupid, but that's what they were saying. All right, go ahead,
So,
Boxing V. What you want to say?
if what happens, like, do you think the AJ and Deontay Wilder fight would happen next?
Hopefully, if it means if this fight go well. I mean, with Parker, after talking with you and you and Donovan and everything's agreeing with y'all saying, and plus, I even stated in my video that Joseph Parker may come out and do some damage or so, or just come out looking like he never did before. But I'm not sleeping on the guy. I really do want AJ to win this fight. So, and hopefully that they'll make that fight between Wilder and Anthony Joshua. And so what if he do get roughed up in this fight? I mean, hey, Wilder got roughed up against Luis Ortiz. You've seen it. And if it was a controversial, hey, you and I sat back, we watched the fight. You've seen it was kind of controversial when he like won the fight and we heard the cards. Like what? He was ahead. So
yeah, that's true.
really,
You're right. You guys should click the
that's why
like,
we all
hit
wants to
that
see the
like
fight.
button, like and subscribe button.
Yeah, y'all hit that like.
Oh,
This is what we
wait.
all want to see. And I believe that's why they was probably giving it to Wilder. If he didn't get stopped, because like Ray Donovan said, we
Okay,
want to see this fight.
what would have happened if that fight had went to the distance?
Well,
What
most
would have
likely
happened?
they would have gave it to Wilder.
And it would be what would the fans have said? Because you and I might have said something.
Well, to be honest with you, like we watch boxing for a while. It's like every boxer, especially a star boxer,
Yeah.
have a gifted decision. You know what I mean? Like mostly everyone. So we're gonna say this was a gifted decision in Deontay Wilder's case. So now what that will do? I mean, let me tell you what that will do. You said how many people was watching that fight? 1 million so? 1 million people watched it. Now, what
Yeah.
that would do here, okay? That'll raise a lot of people to want to see Anthony Joshua to face Deontay Wilder. And let me tell you, if it be pay-per-view, it'll probably would have done like 2 or 3 million because a lot of people would want to see Deontay Wilder get beat just because of the controversial decision he got over Luis Ortiz if it would have went to the scorecards. So that right there would have helped. See, controversy it sells.
Oh, like the Canelo and Gigi fight or what?
Yeah, yeah. It would have been certain like that, but they having a rematch. Now we don't I don't even think that they would have got a rematch in that fight, with Luis Ortiz. I don't even think they want to give him one.
This one is too
Yeah.
dangerous.
Yeah.
This guy is scared. So dangerous.
And
I see why some. I think Luis Ortiz might probably beat some upcoming contenders right now. Maybe, but his age,
yeah,
is getting. The guy right now. If he, a lot of people were saying the the Luis Ortiz that Deontay Wilder knocked out would beat Anthony Joshua. I don't see it happening. I don't see it happening.
yeah.
I don't see it happening. Luis Ortiz fighting Anthony Joshua would have been like Isaac Chamberlain fighting Loris Okoli. Anthony Joshua would have used his size to bully the guy around the ring because Luis Ortiz, you know, I think to beat that guy is to throw him off the ring.
Do you guys
Because
let me say this.
you cannot compete
When
with a guy. He's wise. He's too talented.
right when
He's
Anthony Joshua gasses out, doesn't he look like he could be more dangerous? Like, because he's like the first boxer I ever seen when he gas out, he continues to fight, and he be trying to knock his opponent out. Looks like.
listen. Anthony Joshua doesn't really. A lot of people say he gassed out. Um, it's not. I cannot say there's truth to that, depending on the fight. But I think if he fights Deontay Wilder is going to gas out. Also, when you are throwing a lot of punches, remember, Anthony Joshua was winning on the scorecards against Vladimir Klitschko, an all-time great. You
Right.
understand what I'm saying? He was throwing back even when he went down, even when he got knocked down. He kept fighting.
Yeah.
A lot of people
So
thought he was done by that time. I remember watching that fight, and my as it's like when he got knocked down and he wasn't throwing as in that sixth round. He wasn't throwing back like he was. You were just flipping those punches. Trying to control, try to just I don't know, run away. I don't know. He's not run away, but I don't know how to put a word. But the guy was trying to survive.
yeah,
So
he was trying. And I tell you one thing, he was doing one heck of a good job doing it.
you understand what I'm saying? So he wasn't. He didn't do like Deontay Wilder, just leaving his hands down or not fighting back, because that is the worst case scenario if Deontay Wilder does that against Anthony Joshua. And Anthony Joshua, even though he's gassed, he stayed dangerous,
Yeah.
especially if you allow him to get inside. This is this will be. Let me tell you what will be the game plan when if they get to fight. The game plan will be Anthony Joshua getting inside like he did against Klitschko, using his uppercut, using his physique to meander into water,
Mm,
throwing body punches. So if you fight an inside game against Deontay Water cannot use that right hand. He's gonna be wary of Anthony Joshua's uppercut because it's deadly. That uppercut
yeah.
can change something. Remember Klitschko fight? He changed everything. So, and
Right.
I'm still wondering how was Klitschko able to sustain it without going down, because a lot of people go down. I made the uppercut. You see the uppercut? You can look at my profile picture. You can see it there.
Oh yeah, I
Look,
see it.
uppercut was amazing, bro. As in, a lot of people will go down. I wonder how come Klitschko didn't go down. I'm still wondering how how it happened. He said, but that was a 41-year-old. He was past his best. When you say Klitschko past his best, I don't understand what you mean by that. Klitschko, I've never seen. I've been watching Klitschko fight for a long time, especially in Germany. They show all his fights. He's like a superstar in Germany. Klitschko is a superstar. Everybody knows him here in Germany. He sells out arena, yeah. 60,000. He sells good here. He's a well-respected boxer here. They are two brothers. They are two brothers, Vitaly Klitschko and Vladimir Klitschko. Is a well-respected boxer.
Yeah.
And now Klitschko, I have been watching all his fights, and each fights, a lot of people have been saying that his fights are boring. That
Yeah,
especially
it's like that.
you understand. He doesn't want to. He doesn't wants to. He doesn't like to engage. He's always into the jab. Klitschko is a master of jab. His jab is deadly. So Klitschko can just use his jab to win a fight. With his jab, he can win a fight. So people were saying,
Right.
"Oh, it's boring." Oh. And when Klitschko was younger, when he fought, I think Braid, or was his name Braid or something? Chris
Who?
Bird, Chris
Oh,
Bird.
Chris Bird.
Yeah, yeah.
Which one?
When
Their first fight?
the first fight, he knocked Klitschko out.
Yeah, yeah, the
When he
first fight because Chris Bird had the best game plan when fighting a tall fighter. He went in that fight low, all right, ducking and weaving, and he couldn't do it. So actually, he quit. Klitschko did.
he said he already lost to Fury before. Yeah, but he lost to Fury in a very, let's say, master class when you talk about boxing. That's why I like Fury. Fury, for me, a lot of people, Fury Fury is a good talker, but his fights are not really. I mean, he's not a knockout artist, like the likes of Anthony Joshua or Deontay Wilder. But if you're a boxing fan and you want to really know what boxing is, you can watch Fury. But to some cadres, to lower cadres, Fury is not entertaining to watch because he doesn't bring knockout. Just the guy's a good boxer. He's a great boxer. But right now, we don't know how good Fury is right now because he's still coming back from from a very, I think, a very bad point in his life. He had to work his way up. He's been doing great. So let's hope he gets back. And
How old is Tyson Fury? He's still kind of young, right?
yeah, he's 29, 29.
Yeah, he's still young. All right.
Still young, still young. But if you tell
And
me that the Fury is 29, I would not believe it.
if who
He
was 29?
looks older.
Yeah.
He looks older than 29 years old.
Who's that?
Nobody.
Anthony Joshua?
He's 28. And if you tell me that Joshua is 28, I will believe it. Yeah, maybe I would say 30 or so, but I might believe it. But Fury looks, I think it's because how he's so tall, so rangy. He's very he's a good guy. I wasn't really a fan
Yeah.
of Fury before, but after I got to really master the guy, I think I read about the guy and I became a fan of the guy. He's a great guy.
I'm gonna be straight. When going back with the Klitschko's, right? When they was ruling the heavyweight division, they stopped showing heavyweight fights here in the United States. Mostly all the fights we got were the smaller weights, middleweights and the lighter weights. Floyd Mayweather, all them weights, because they said, like you said, um, it was boring. Okay, they found the heavyweights very boring when the Klitschko's were in charge.
Yeah, the Klitschko's. They're great boxers. A lot of people don't give them credit. I think they deserve more credit.
I'm
They're
hearing,
great
hearing a
boxers
lot of
because the
echo.
way they fight is different. Everybody cannot be the same. The way they fight is very different. And I'm surprised that why. I mean, Deontay Wilder has been a pro for 10 years, right? Why
Right?
didn't Deontay Wilder fight one of the Klitschko's before Anthony Joshua fought them? Like
You
Vitaly
know,
Klitschko. Why
that was
didn't he?
talked
But
about.
he had I think he had his chance at that time. He was coming up, and also he had a lot of KOs already, a lot of knockouts. Why
And
didn't?
that was talked about.
Okay,
And oh no, I heard you saying, but what I'm saying, I heard that Wilder wanted to fight, but I think it was like one of his who was it? Like one of the people was his manager or promoter who said,
Shelifinko.
this wouldn't be a great fight for him.
Shelifinko. Or Eddie Hearn calls him Sheliwinko.
Who's that? Freddie Winkle. Who Eddie Hearn calls that?
Shelifinko is the manager of Junto Water, and Eddie Hearn
Oh,
calls him
Shelly Finkel. Yeah,
Sheliwinko.
yeah.
Sheliwinko.
I did a video about him. I forgot that he was a guy because of the name Shelly. So I'm up here like, yeah, she said this and she said that.
Yeah, there's a guy. He's a old man.
Yeah,
Shelifinko. Hey, that's
younger
great.
Ortiz.
Well, what are your thoughts about? We might have to do a live stream, a live fight commentary on Lucas Brown and Dillian White fight. It's quite interesting fight. What do you
Yeah,
think about
you know what? I was thinking about Dillian White now. If he pulls through that fight, and everyone like we're gonna have to wait and see what happened with the Parker fight. Will the fight happen right away, or will they have Wilder face someone else? In between. And if that was, maybe he'll fight Dillian White. because most really look, we're gonna get the fight. But what I'm saying, they might try to hype it up with just one more fight between the two. I really don't know um who he'll do a match him up with, but most likely Wilder would take on Dillian White right before the
But I heard that Dominic Brazil is now the number one contender for BBC strap. Oh wait,
oh, is he?
is it true?
See,
This is what I heard. But
I'm
Dillian
gonna
White
be frank with you.
should be because I'm just saying. I don't know. Sometimes boxing politics is just crazy. And WBC Mauricio Suleiman, the president, I don't know what the guy is. That guy corrupt or what do you think about the guy?
Yeah, mostly all of them are corrupt. Like no, talking about these belts. I don't lost interest in them for like a while ago. Like I really don't look at who's number one no more because look what happened with Bermain Tavern. He ain't fighting how long? 2 years, and he became number one.
Yeah, but Mr. Vern is signed to Don King, so that might be the reason why I like that.
Oh yeah, yeah, I remember that. Yeah, Don King, he was known for doing things like that.
Don King is no longer the main man in the promoting game, but he still his presence can be felt, because the guys, I don't know. A lot of people say he ruined his legacy. What do you think about that?
Don King ruined his own
His
legacy.
legacy.
Yeah, most likely when he had Mike Tyson. No, wait, his legacy was over after Felix Trinidad had retired, and like it was so much going on about the guy with him being crooked and everything. No other boxer wanted to do business with him. So yeah, I say he did ruin his legacy. I heard that he was trying to do business with the Klitschko's when they first came out, and they didn't want anything to do with him. Because of the stuff that was going on about the man. So yeah, I say he did, ruin his legacy. And what was it? I used to watch like documentaries on him, and other fighters would talk. They would say, "Well, Don King, he promised me this fight," and when it came down to the actual fight night, it was somebody else. Or Don King promised me this amount of money. When we got down to the fight, it was something else. So, the
Jekyll says White gave some trouble to AJ though. Yeah, he did. He did
yeah,
in
yeah,
the second round. He did, but he wasn't able to finish it up. Finish him up. AJ's. A lot of people underestimate Anthony Joshua. They see him as a very calm guy. Say, oh, this guy, I'm gonna knock him out. And it's just a bodybuilder, but he's more than that when you get into the ring. You know, dangerous guy, dangerous and quiet also. But Dillian White at the moment is getting a lot of booze, especially in the UK and also in the boxing world. He's getting a lot of good reviews. And I'm a fan of Dillian White. I'm a fan of Lucas Brown. I'm a fan of Dillian White. So I would like to see. I don't know. I cannot say who. I don't. I cannot pick. I cannot pick either one of them to win a fight. I'll just say I don't know. Anyone that wins for me is okay because both of them. I like both of them. I like Lucas Brown. And I think he's a good guy. I think he's a good guy. I mean,
I'm going with
I've
Dillian White.
heard that he's a good. Is that?
I'm going with Dillian White.
Yeah, we might have to do a prediction about that fight. What do you think?
Yeah, yeah, I'm up on.
Yeah, well, I'll let you know. You still have 90 days till your live stream, strike is over, right?
Yeah,
Sometime when it's over, we could do a live stream also on your channel.
yeah, I
And
would
you
like that.
guys on the comment section go on the chat section go subscribe to CMD Boss Reports. He's a good guy, like I said before. Good guy, and is is a boxing expert, not perfect, but he knows his boxing, and he's not bad
Bias.
like some people. You know,
Yeah.
so he's a guy who keep it real. You might not like everything he has to say, but you've got to deal with it. Uh, that was
like
nice. It's all right, bro. So you guys should like the video, click the like button, and then we're about to go out now. I think we might do some live stream regarding Daniel White and Lucas Brown.
right. Hey, I would like to do one with Ray Donovan too, if you can get him on.
Ray Donovan, I don't. I sent the link. I don't know if you will like it. What do you think? Is it? It's not there anymore. I guess it's
No,
gone.
no, he's not. But hopefully he'll listen.
Okay. You comment below. When you comment below, then we can talk about it. I would like to, you know, you know, we as boxing fans need to talk about it. Talk about boxing and also give opinions. I think some people like to just comment because for them it's easier, and but it's not bad anyway.
Right. Hey, thanks a lot, Lion. If I'm saying your name right, Lion Hutchison. Nice convo, guys.
Yeah, thanks a lot. We do know our best. And go subscribe to CMD Boss Report. Go subscribe to the guy.
Right.
So we're about to go out, and stay tuned for Daniel White and Lucas Brown fight prediction
All
with
right.
CMD Boss Reports. It's gonna
Okay.
be interesting. I don't know. I'm not picking a winner there, but I will analyze the fight. But because I like both guys.
Right.
So you're gonna have to talk a lot because you like Dylan White, I know, but I think you can break down the fight better than me. They say
Yeah.
styles
That's
make fight. But what do you think? I think Lucas Brown might. Lucas Brown seems like someone who's got a very great KO power. What do you think about
okay. Yeah. Yeah. True. But so did Anthony Joshua, and just like someone said, yeah, he did. Dillian White did give him some trouble. See, Dillian White, I like him because he has heart. All right, he's going to go in there and do what he has to do to win. I mean, cleanly, right? I mean, the man has heart. He's not a you know some chicken dude who's going to run away from Lucas Brown's power.
it? Yeah, and Eddie Hearn, people are saying that Eddie Hearn hasn't really done enough for Lucas Brown. What do you think about that? For Dillian White, like he hasn't been promoting Dillian White like
I
he's
say
been
he did. I mean, he was trying to get him a fight with Deontay Wilder. I say he's trying to match him up pretty well. I mean, right now his main star is you know Anthony Joshua. It's like that. And it was like that over here in the States when Oscar De La Hoya was Bob Aaron's main star, and Bob Aaron paid a lot to him, a lot of attention to him. And you have fighters like Floyd Mayweather who thought that wasn't fair. He's like, look, you giving all the money to Oscar. Yeah, well, Oscar is the main star. You gotta take care of the ones that's putting food on your table.
and Anthony Joshua is about to sign a new contract with Eddie Hearn. We're gonna have to talk about that on live stream.
All right,
When it's official, we can talk about that so that give your opinion, and a lot of people will also talk about it. And a lot of people
right.
say Anthony Joshua should leave Eddie Hearn. I don't think so.
Who is he gonna go with? I mean, Oscar De La Hoya. He
No,
wants
no,
to
no.
do
Anthony
business.
Joshua at the moment, Anthony Joshua right now can promote himself. He's got the fan base to it. He can do it, but I don't think it's necessary. I think it's just stay with Eddie Hearn and let Eddie Hearn do. Eddie Hearn has been doing a great job. They've been working together, and Anthony Joshua is now a co-promoter of Eddie and Joe's and some of Eddie, like the Lawrence Okoli and as a Shambler fight, he co-promoted that fight. You understand?
Oh,
And
oh,
this
oh.
Joseph Parker and his fight now with Joseph Parker, he also co-promotes that fight. You can see his logo there, AJ Boxing.
Okay, well, maybe he might rank off
But
sometime in the
he
future.
just want to be on his own right now. He just want to stay with Eddie Hearn, and I think it's nice. Eddie Hearn has been doing a lot of good work for him. So why will he change? I don't know. Doesn't have to change. What do you think?
Well, if see, like I said before, I don't think Joshua is scared of no one, like any of these boxers. Definitely Deontay Wilder. If he was his own man, Anthony Joshua will be fighting Deontay Wilder next. All right, there will be no if, ands, or what.
And
That
Joshua
will
is
be
a
his fight,
fighter. If fighters are meant to fight other fighters, right?
right?
So when
But
people say this guy's talking, talk, I don't understand it sometimes because
he's
fighters
not
are meant to
ducking.
fight other fighters.
Like I said, he's the cash cow now. And this is another thing why people in the states saying that's Joshua is like uh, Eddie Hearn's puppet or so. You know what I mean? Because he's milking them. Because all the money he's bringing them. And so,
Yeah.
but like I said, if it was in Joshua hands, this fight would have been happening.
Deontay Wilder doesn't really have a promoter. He promotes himself, right?
Right? Him and sometimes he do business with Lou DiBella.
Lou DeBeller is not a promoter for me. I mean, the
I mean,
guy hasn't really
not
improved his
no,
career.
yeah, he do. He promotes sometimes. It's
He hasn't made him. He hasn't made him. Look at the amount of time that Anthony Joshua has turned into his. Let's say, look at the amount of time Anthony Joshua turned into a star with Eddie Hearn, and look the amount of time Deontay Wilder has been with uh, Lou DeBeller.
yeah.
You know, uh, Deontay Wilder at this time should be an household name in America. You know, like,
Well,
how do you think?
true. It's true that, but like the people when he was trying to sell them, okay, when people was trying to get Deontay Wilder's name out there, it was like you were saying when they first seen this guy, see how sloppy he looked, his footwork was off, and they gave him the windmill, and this is coming from Americans, all right. They want their heavyweights to be like Mike Tyson or just as good as the Klitschko's.
Oh,
So a lot of people wasn't sold on him. So really, it's not the promoter's fault. It's Wilder's fault because he refused to upgrade his skill set.
I said I don't like Eddie Hearn, but when AJ made enough, hopefully he will drop him. AJ has made a lot of money. The past two fights has made a lot of money, a lot of money. So the guy has got a lot of money. I think he's signing with Eddie Hearn because he wants to complete his journey with Eddie Hearn. Maybe that's the reason why. I don't know. But
Maybe so.
if I was in his shoes, I would sign with Eddie Hearn also. I mean, Eddie Hearn, yeah, it's not liked by some people for certain reasons regarding tickets or especially the British fans. But you look at a guy, you look at a following of Eddie Hearn, there are people who are Eddie Hearn fans. They're just Eddie Hearn fans. They don't, they're not any fans of any fighter, just Eddie Hearn fans. If you say something bad about Eddie Hearn, they come for you. I know
Yeah,
some like that. I know some. So he's the only promoter I see that has a lot of fans. Even Frank Warren doesn't have a lot. I don't see. Does Frank Warren have fans? And he's not a fighter, but he's got fans. People that support him. People are, you know, but it's nice in a way.
yeah,
He has delivered anyway. Look at the Klitschko fight, one of the biggest fight in every division. Think the biggest, largest crowd, or what do you think? Ninety
yeah, but
thousand.
yeah. But I'm gonna tell you one thing, right? We talked about them black fight fan. You know,
Yeah.
he came out and said that Eddie Hearn is one of the best promoters in the business. All right, because he do put some great fights together, put some great fights out there. So,
Yeah.
but
I think
then
Black
again,
Fight on TV knows this. He knows this, but he just want to see the Deontay Wilder and Joshua fight.
yeah,
Black
we
Fight
all
on
do.
TV. Me and him, we go back and forth. I so tease him in his own channel. I remember when I had a kind of a discussion with someone on the comment section. There's a guy said stop hand with Harry and stop. So I had a discussion with a common someone, and they started calling me names, stuff, and we started going at each other. Love Fight TV thought maybe I don't like African Americans, also like that. It wasn't
Yeah,
like that. It was just the guy on the comment section talked about Africans, there's this argument sometimes. People make it. I don't know, not race because I'm a black guy. There's no race. Like there's some cultural difference, and people try to make it that way. Bring it to boxing, like
right.
politics. So I don't get that. So I retaliate back, and the guy started saying I'm a racist. I'm this. How can I be a racist when I'm just like you? The only difference between you and I is that I come from other country, you know, uh, and you're from other country. You understand?
True,
Maybe
true,
I speak a language that is different from he doesn't know my language. He cannot speak my language.
right. And
So maybe that's the
I,
reason
I
why they got pissed.
I don't understand that because like it seems like a race thing between Joshua and uh Wilder. But how can you say that when they both are
Yeah,
black?
it
You
seems
know,
like that, but it's not a race thing. As the rivalry has turned to hate. This, especially the fans, as in this Water on his own path. I don't think Water hates Anthony Joshua. No, because Anthony Joshua follows Water on Instagram. Yeah,
right?
Anthony Joshua follows Water on Instagram. So if there was a hate issue there, then I don't think he would follow him on Instagram because Anthony Joshua is getting to 6 million followers right now on Instagram, and Deontay Waters still trying to get to 400,000. You understand?
Wow.
So if there was a beef right there, maybe like there was hate issue, then I don't think Antijution will even bother to follow Deontay Water. But there's no, it's just the fans, the fans of the pro Water fans don't like Anthony Joshua. Pro Anthony Joshua fans don't like Deontay Water. So it's
And
just some people don't like Deontay Water because of some things that come out from his mouth regarding the race issue, you know, those controversial stuff. Some people don't like that. Some don't want to say in boxing. For me, I don't like what he says sometimes, but I like the guy as a person because I don't, you know. So he's
right,
human
yeah,
like me. But
I
I don't like
remember
some of
him.
the things he says. He's controversial. Those things is too political. It has to. For me, it doesn't have to be in boxing. I mean, you know, but it's just like that,
Yeah,
I guess.
yeah, I understand that, and I understand,
But
but
some people
yeah,
like it. They love it when Deontay Wilder says it. They love it. Some channels I know they love it when Deontay Wilder says something like that. They love it. I don't know. So those channels now, a lot of people would think these channels are racist. They say, "Oh, now that Wilder said this, you like it, you're racist." I called Deontay Wilder a black supremacist at one time.
a
Due to
black
the way he
supremacist.
talked. Yeah, I called him that. I remember I called him that. Because of what he said, and I didn't bring a race issue. I didn't like that because for me, it's not a black and white stuff as well. But so I called him that. But after some time, I just okay, let it go, let it go. So
Right?
it's just
Jacko
maybe
says
I
is
think the underwater wants to be recognized worldwide. I mean, it's like there's this attention that he wants the people to notice the guy that hey. There's because a lot of people just focus on the Joshua. You
Yeah,
know,
like I was saying earlier, controversy sells. I mean, it worked for Mayweather when he had left.
doesn't make
What's his name?
he doesn't have to do the Mayweather one because Mayweather way is different. I mean, he's
Right,
already a nice guy. Why will he start, being the bad guy? But he, in this case, he has to be the bad guy because a lot of people see Anthony Joshua as the good guy.
right. Sorry, somebody. What's
Yeah,
his name? SJ
yeah.
J
SJ
sixteen
is
ninety.
is an all-time
Nah,
subscriber of mine. Uh,
78. Don't he doesn't race bait. All right, 70. I mean, all right. What 78 does? See, over here in the States, like I was saying earlier, it's like so much stuff that happened back in the 70s with sports and everything. A lot of what do you call it, like stereotypes and everything. And
mm,
when you know, oh, blacks, they're the best fighters. It was just stereotypical stuff that was going on. And you see a black basketball player. Oh, they all can play like that. It's like if you steal something, oh, they all are thieves. So, but anyway, you know, 78 and I, we come from that same era. All right. So I understands where he's coming from. All right. Like he's not he's paying attention to the people who stereotype black folks. He's talking about them. He doesn't hate, all races. Okay. He only hate the people who's racist towards his people. And then that's the people who he be referring to. And he diss the black people who try to defend him. Okay. Like I'm not going to get too deep in it, but I hope you try to get my point here.
yeah,
And
I understand. But to some people, it's like a lot of people, they see him as a racist.
right,
Sometimes
right,
I know where it's, I don't know his experience,
mhm.
but sometimes when he talks, it's like is there's something going on, like it's someone offended the guy. It's like there's someone who did him wrong. I don't know, or some people did him wrong. It's like bitter. So I don't give
Yeah,
a. I'm a Nigerian, like I said. I
yeah,
don't get the struggle that is going on in the States. Even though
right,
I got cousins born in the States, they American citizens, but the Nigerians. You understand? The Nigerian Americans. You understand? Their experience is different from an
yeah,
African American. They can. They go to Nigeria. Always, I guess. You understand what I mean? So the
yeah,
experience of a Nigerian born in America is different from an African American.
right.
You understand? The experience is quite different. So I don't get it. I don't know what's going on. But
Well,
now, as a neutral guy, speaking as a neutral guy, to me sounds like someone who is very bitter, like someone has done him wrong in the
oh, yeah,
past.
yeah. I mean, it could have done. I mean, it's like he could have had faced some unfair justice.
Yeah,
Which a lot of
yeah, yeah. So that's why some people think he's racist. This is why some people
right,
think
but
so.
the thing is that I don't look at him as a racist. The thing is,
Being racist is more than just hating another race or hating another color. It's more than just a color. It has to do with systematic, the systematic racism. It has to do with controlling the people. It has to do with not giving the certain people some access to, what
yeah,
the other people get. Just like that. You understand? That's how it is.
right. So, and it's like
Nothing
7:59
wrong.
now.
Nothing wrong with his mouth if he back it up.
Yeah, that's what I'll say. Yeah, he was trying to say that's good for boxing for what he does, which is yeah. Kids believe that shit. Oh, I'm reading this comment. I understand what he's saying. All right. See, he's talking about the young folks that follow. I guess the youngest, the LDVC or 78. Well, nah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe he has to break it down better. for them, because just like a lot of people saying, he sounds very racist. But for me, growing up, I'm older than he is. I mean, 78. I guess that's the year he was born in. But sharing the same experience, both of us being black, African American, I feel and see where he's coming from. Because, like, let me tell y'all, when Martin Luther King when he first started celebrating his birthday, right? We had that day off from school. We came back to school the next day. Our school was vandalized. Okay, I'm talking about my school. I didn't go to the same school in '78. I don't even think he was born then. Right? He's from Milwaukee. I'm from New Jersey. Two totally different states. But our school got vandalized. I mean, they had nigger spray painted on all the walls, and this happened while we was out of school. And I guess they wanted us to stop having the holiday. All right. See, we come from a background, right? And like I said, he probably faced some injustice, and while he realized other people got off while he didn't, yeah, he's bitter. I mean,
This is what I mean. This is what I wanted to say, because it's like someone did him wrong. Like someone is like an injustice going on in his own world, I guess. But to a lot of people, a lot of boxing fans outside the states, like me, I don't understand it. You understand? So
right,
if I don't understand it, because it wasn't talked about, I didn't grow up learning about it. Like, oh, certain things going on there. Maybe the history, the history, you know.
hmm
But I think it's not something that I grew up with, like you. You
yeah,
understand it.
you
You
right,
understand
hey man, and that's great. But they taught us a lot of stuff, like about African, and that the stuff they taught us was very negative, and that's why you don't see that many Black American, African Americans going back there, to live, because they think what they see on TV, that's how it is. But
it.
shoot, you
You're
know what I
right. You're
mean?
right.
It's
Not about that.
but and like I said, I got a lot of African friends, and I was so disappointed when I went to his party. There was some beautiful women there, and I'm like, man, they don't show y'all on TV over here, But they didn't want to talk to me because I was African American. I said, "Why? What's up?" I asked my friend Ahmed. I said, "Why not?" And he said, "Well, what they show us on TV about you guys, y'all all got AIDS and this." I was like, "What?" And he said that's what they show over in Africa about African Americans. We all have AIDS and this. I said, "Well, that's what they
And
show us."
they're saying that Africa is not even a country. It means a continent.
Yeah,
You
right.
know, 4 countries inside a continent. So, and Africa is not all about black. There are
Right,
Caucasian and African. There are people Arabs, but not the Arab.
right. Hey,
They don't call themselves Arab. They don't call themselves Arabs, but they're Africans. Let's say like you go to the likes of Egypt, or go to
yeah,
likes of Tunisia, go to likes of, I think, Mauritius, Mauritania, Morocco, and all a lot of countries, even Sudan.
Algeria,
Yeah.
Libya, yeah,
So all those countries, they don't really call themselves Arabs, but they speak Arabic. But they don't call themselves Arab.
yeah.
So
They are.
a lot is Africa is too diverse for people to just paint it black or paint it white or paint it that, or man, a lot of crazy stuff going on right here.
Yeah, man. They're up there laughing at what I told them. Well, yeah, that's what he told me, y'all. That's why none of them African girls want to talk to me. And it was looking good. I mean, my feelings was really hurt. And what?
So there's a bro. So it was nice talking to you.
Hey, it
And
was nice being on your stream again, man.
no, no, you're always welcome, bro. I want to also do a live stream with you on your channel. That's what I'm telling these guys to subscribe. Every time we come here, I tell them subscribe, press that. We can also do a live stream on your channel and talk about certain things and just have fun like we're doing now. You understand?
Yes, sir. That's right.
That's
All
true,
right,
man.
man. It's been great. This is
Yeah,
CMD Boxing Report signing out.
yeah. Respect, bro.
All right, have a good one.
Cheers.